Are we recording?
Yes.
Hello.
I chose to pick up this book about 3 minutes after quitting my job and really focused on filling all that new time with the obsession of this book. The Novelist is a book that takes place all in one morning, roughly 3 hours, following an unnamed narrator as he procrastinates writing his first novel. My first initial thoughts and reflections were that our narrator felt familiar, nearly tangible, and in some aspects like a little piece of myself. I know what it feels like to tell myself I'm going to sit down, focus, and complete a task. To sit down and want to be productive, but acknowledging the fact that that's not real. I have ADHD. It is the only way that my brain functions. And Castro made sure to knock the disbelief that it is real right out of the window. In a hilarious stream of thought, we follow our narrator as he lists tasks and desires, yet absentmindedly and repeatedly finds himself knee-deep in a Twitter thread or diving into the lives of the cool kids he went to high school with because one link led to another and now he's on Facebook of all places. The intricate balance of caffeine and work, coffee and caffeine and tea, and where that journey may ultimately leave your bowels is a very important aspect of productive journey of one's morning. It is in these moments that we are laughing at ourselves and at each other that Castro opens us up as readers. Whether this be through the inclusion of Jordan Castro himself, the author, as a secondary character at which our narrator has a mild obsession with, or through the Twitter thread from an ex-fusion friend, or the flashbacks into his previous novel, which is just a series of flashbacks into his past and journey with drug abuse, we are forced to reflect, even if it's just a little bit. We reflect not on our social media habits, but more so the little parts in between. The weird series of quests and journeys we go on when we read one of those tweets. Or the impact we might have had on an ex during a bout of diarrhea, permanently scarring them forever. Or maybe it's sitting down and deciding what a meaningful life actually is. Quick side note, I think this book may talk about poop more than Lavlona. Castro encourages us to view life whole. The social media, the mental health, our past. Not necessarily in the self-help, self-love, treat yourself sort of way, but in the damn, life do be darn crazy. But there's just something about a DiGiorno pizza cooking in the oven that just sets my heart on fire. After an ongoing bout of doubt, making up the majority of the book, the narrator says, I breathed deeply again and felt grateful. For Dylan, for Violet, for my life, that was organized in such that I have been able to work on my novel all morning, then comes to woods on a whim. And is that not what we should be working towards? That's what sold me. That's what brought me home, at least in my peace of mind. It was wonderful to hear another voice from Cleveland. It pulled me closer to the land, as they call it, which is a feeling I often try to avoid. Cleveland is a small enough place where somehow in some way everyone knows everyone, and for that reason we've all seen the same things. I'm very aware of how that has affected my appreciation for this book, as well as how reading it in a time where I felt sort of lost also applied to my appreciation of this book. So if you're a little lost, or some form of creator, or just need a tiny version of an adult coming of age story, here you go. Keep with the books. Stacks.